Hi there. I already recorded this once and the microphone was muted, so now I don't have any time at all. So we're just gonna blitz this, okay? Hi. Extra Life 2025 is this Saturday into this Sunday, the coming Saturday into this Sunday. That will be November the 8th, starting from 8 a.m., going until November the 9th, also at 8 a.m. What is Extra Life? It is a charity gaming marathon that I've participated in. This will be the 10th year. Basically, you play video games or board games or whatever games, play some kind of games for 24 hours, and you raise money for children's hospitals. And in my case, I am raising money for Gillette Children's out of St. Paul. Very kind of them to stop calling themselves Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare, because I would mess it up every time I tried to say it when that's what they called themselves. But now I can say it just fine because it no longer matters. So, I will be live streaming my gaming as per usual. It will be available at my... You can go either to my Extra Life page, which is... I can't remember off the top of my head what that looks like. It's right here. Extra Life participants, SharkyBreath. It's on the screen. It's in the description. Check it out there. I'll have an embedded stream there. I will also be streaming it on my YouTube. Oh, the main place it's going to be on is my YouTube channel, but it'll also be embedded at the extra. Anyway, my YouTube channel is also SharkyBreath, because Sharky is me. I'm Sharky. Hello. So, what are we going to be doing? Well, it's going to be formatted roughly like it has been in past years, where it's going to be, the 24 hours will be split up into 3 chunks, 8 hours each. Technically, I could go 12 hours because that's as long as you can go on YouTube, but since it's only 24 hours this year instead of 25, because we're not doing on DST day, not going to worry about that. We're doing 3 chunks as per usual. The first one starts at 8 a.m., and it'll just be mostly me trying out new games. I've got a list of a whole bunch of them that I might dig into. I was thinking about starting with 2 a T, which is apparently a game by the person who made Katamari Damacy, which is really all I need to know to be interested. But I think it might be a bit long for Extra Life. We might at least sample it. But I've also got, let's see here, Turnip Boy Robs a Bank, which is the sequel to the one I played last year with tax evasion, which was pretty good. Let's see. I was thinking about Little Gator Game might be a thing, because it's got a gator in it and it looks cute. I don't know. Baby Steps is a rage game, so it might not be a great choice, but it might come up. I don't know. It might be a thing. Let's see. I've had it recommended I try Patapon. Now, I have seen the first chunk of Patapon, to be fair, but it also looks really fun. However, it's also a rhythm game, which makes it hard to do anything in terms of talking while playing the rhythm game, but who knows, it might turn up. Hades 2 went out of early access and is the real game now, so even though last year in Extra Life I did play Hades 2, I may start it again, since now it's the actual game as it's meant to be played, you know, and I'd like to get back into that at some point. Duck Detective is a series I've been keeping half an eye on for a little while here, mostly because Barry Kramer streamed it, and I have similar taste to Barry Kramer. But the first one, called The Secret Salami, seems like a pretty good choice for this, so that might turn up. Mega Bonk is one that a lot of people have been saying is really good this year, compared to like Vampire Survivors, that sort of thing. So one of those good time filler type games that may come up for sure. Polka, short game involving a clown, involving many clowns possibly. Not sure how I feel about that, but I've heard good things, again, because Barry Kramer played it. On a similar note, Creepy Redneck Dinosaur Mansion 3? Don't know what to know of the title yet. It's hard to know what to think of the title, but I've seen some of that one, and it's great. And while I have seen a decent amount of the main plot, there's a whole bunch of side stuff that hasn't been checked out. Now, admittedly, we won't have time to check that all out during Extra Life, but I still might share it with y'all just because I like it. It's really good. Anyway, that'll happen for about 8 hours, ending, somewhere around 4 p.m., 5 p.m., something like that. At which point, typically in the past, my sibling has come over and we've done some multiplayer games. I believe that is still the plan this year. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to happen, but the first stream will go roughly until that point. At which point, my sibling and I will probably play the next of the We Were Here series. I think we're on the 3rd game this year. We've just been doing one per year, and it's been really enjoyable, so I'm guessing we'll start off with that, and then maybe fill out some more time with Repo or Peak, which are a couple of multiplayer games we've been playing lately, and they've been very enjoyable. so that might very well happen. And then around 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., somewhere in that range, we'll switch over to doing Jackbox games as per usual, and this will be audience participation, so if you would like to join in, aim for around then, I suppose, and that will be a thing that is open to you. And that will extend until midnight, where we'll end the second chunk of the stream. And by the way, I'll be taking like 15-minute breaks between stream chunks just to like stretch and, make sure I'm not physically dying. And then the third chunk will start around midnight, and that we'll start out with horror games. What I've got my eye on for right now for the horror segment is I'm figuring we'll start with a real short one, which is called Lone Shark. It's a psychological horror fishing game, which I like those, so we'll probably start with that. And then probably do Home Safety Hotline, which is supposed to be also relatively short, although I think that may use up the rest of the horror segment. And if it doesn't, I'm also thinking about, we'll take a look at Look Outside, because that looks pretty neat. Let's see. What else I got to tell you about? Oh, right. After we're done with the horror segment, after I'm starting to lose my concentration, basically the point from there until 8 a.m., will just be whatever I can fill the time with. Maybe that's when Mega Bonk will come out, that sort of thing. Whatever I can keep my focus on until the marathon is over is basically where we're at that point, and anything really goes. So, yeah, there's your basic outline of what it's going to look like. What does this mean to you? Well, first off, if you are able to come to the stream and, just watch any part of it, I welcome that. It's nice to have company, particularly if you want to speak up in chat. It's always good to have people around because it makes it more engaging. It's just more fun. That's what the fun of streaming. I don't know if you visit a lot of streams. I don't know if you're a regular on this channel, but that's what's fun about streaming, is bouncing off of the audience. It's sharing that experience. It's clearly too late for me to be recording this. I'm babbling. In any case, please stop by the stream if you can. You'll have 24 hours to do so. I'll be here. And if you have the ability or drive to donate, also please do that. Again, the Extra Life page is in the description, and you can find all the details there about how it's raised and, who's handling the money and all that sort of thing. The Extra Life is pretty transparent about all that. They do good work. And one more note on the donation front of things. Don't feel obligated, by the way. Just if you can and you would like to, please by all means do. But feel free to stop by the stream if you can't. Another thing, on the November 9th, Sunday the November 9th at 8 a.m. when the marathon ends, I will then go to my Extra Life page and I will check exactly how much has been raised over the course of the marathon. And whatever we've got for the total, I will put another 10% in on top of that. So my initial goal for fundraising is $2,000, and if we make that exactly, for example, then at 8 a.m. on November 9th, I will then drop $200 more in on top of it out of pocket, because that's just, it's one more incentive, if that helps. When I'm raising money for charity, I feel like I should, contribute myself in some fashion, aside from just like doing the marathon. So there's that. Something I've been doing for the past years. I intend to do it again this year, so that's the plan. I don't think I have anything more to inform you about right now. So there's the basic idea. Yeah, feel free to check out all the information on the Extra Life page. And hopefully I'll see you on game day. Bye. I'm so sleepy.